Alright, so I guess we're going to start pulling off bearings, pushing new ones on in races.
Well, we're going to install the bearings on this rear end. And I've already got these started on, but I don't like hammering on the bearing to push these down. So what I've done is I've gotten an old bearing, took the bearings off from it, split this so that when I press this on, I can get it back off. Because it's the same in here as it is the same on the inside of the bearing.
Right.
So I split it so it comes off easier. So now I'm going to push it on so it's tight.
And you just go all the way down till she stops.
Yeah. Okay, she's tight on that side. A little gap on that one. Do the same here.
There we go.
The other thing that I like to do when I'm doing bearings is use aluminum thick pieces to push on steel parts, because it'll impression this, but it won't push down on your steel parts.
Brass would work too, right?
Right.
Brass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some softer material.
Right.
Here we go.
Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. Should be off by now. There we go. Okay, let me have it. Yeah, I gotta clean that. I don't see the shim that's supposed to be there.
That's what's left of it?
That's what's left of it.
Not much of a shim?
Not much.
Hardly a layer.
Right. All right, that one when it comes loose,
I got
hang
her.
on to her.
I got the one.
All right. All right, it should be off.
I got her. Give it a little wash, a little clean.
Looks good. Nice and clean. And it doesn't have one.
No, we're not using the one we took out of there.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
No, because we got to keep this. I could change it and put it on that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But this one's in good shape. The speedometer drive on the backside here is in good shape. There's no sense changing this big shaft in here.
Yeah.
As long as we put this against that, the ring and the pinion got to be together. We can't mix and match from different rear ends.
Yeah.
Got to keep the gears
that
together.
came together out of one. So
Right.
I learned that. I brought a whole pile of parts home, rings and pinions, and Jerry said, "Well, if they're not matched together or wired together,
Throw them away."
throw them away."
Yep.
Now is there supposed to be that gasket in somewhere that was worn thin, or that shim?
There was no shim.
Yeah, that little piece of wire they took out.
Right. It's gone.
Yeah.
So we're going to try this and see how it does. We may have to pull it back off and put a shim in it. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see.
You can tell that when you put it in there.
Right.
And see.
It's on.
Is that where that shim was originally in here?
No, in between the
Bearing.
bearing and end plate.
Okay. All right. Duly noted.
Got to make sure we get all the seals and rubber products and everything on these parts before we stick them in.
You have to put nothing on there, oil or nothing, or no?
Well, yes. Yes, I'm going to put some.
Yeah.
Now,
Bill down in Tucson swears on soaking everything in brake fluid for days or leaving a jar. This is just what.
yeah, we're not using the old ones.
Yeah,
we're using
I know.
the new ones.
He said new ones. He swears by that.
That's fine. That's him.
Yeah.
What I use on this stuff is a grease that does not affect the rubber products,
All right.
so that the rubber products won't be
Degrading.
degrading as we pull this apart. These were not round, they were flat.
Yeah. Now he took it, put it in a lathe and polished it. This here where the seal goes.
Right. And this was polished with a crankshaft polisher. So it's taken all the crap off from it, and what was left over from the seal, and it damn near removed. Well, it pretty much did remove even the groove that was in there from the seal. And it had some spots on the top where the torque converter had sit on this for 60 years plus, you know, while it's together. So we got to get this back in a specific spot because oil,
Drain.
and oil.
The one that goes to the bottom, correct?
Right,
So
right.
the oil drains through.
So the oil comes in through the top here to oil the torque converter, and it goes back in through here to oil everything. And then back here, it's got a spot for the rear end oil to
lubricate.
lubricate the bearing. But yeah, here we go. See how that's going to set up in there?
And this goes to the bottom, correct? So it goes where the
No, it
notches.
goes from the top.
This here.
Yeah, it goes from the top on this end because that's where your this little trough. You want to bring yourself around here. That's where this little trough in here, as the rear end turns, it kicks oil up into this trough. Trough goes forwards, goes down into here. Oil goes into the bearing and out of the bearing.
Okay. Gotcha. Now I know when you put this back together, this is the way it goes.
Yeah, it's
Trough side, in, out.
right.
Because I played around and tried to get that out of there.
It's got a hole.
All right, and sealant?
We got to get some sealant on this part here so it seals up.
This part here, it's got the gear or stuff?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a guide is what it is.
Okay.
It keeps it held in spot.
Okay.
So we got to keep that in spot, and we got to seal it from keeping oil from going out of the rear end down on your torque converter and on the ground and all that sort of thing.
What kind of seal are you?
Gasket sealant number 1. Okay, it says here, it dries hard and sets fast. I don't know what sets fast is, so we're going to let it sit overnight.
Just to be safe, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
All right, what I'm looking for here is where is the holes in this for the oil in, oil out, and do all of that sort of thing. So, okay, we got oil in there and oil out. So.
The electric grease?
Yep.
All right. Put a little of that on there. Just around on the O-ring?
Yeah.
Just to help her slide?
Yep.
Are you putting it in a way that those holes?
Right.
So it oils everything.
Right.
So he's got the oil in and out holes
Lined up on that piece so that you can get all that in there. Oh, I'm gonna hit the right piece here.
He's working on putting a seal in for, which seal is that now?
It separates the torque converter from the oil that's inside the rear end.
And you said this is the hard one to put in.
Yep.
Gotta get her straight. He put a little oil.
Yep.
On the seal and the casting. Work her in straight. So when you get her all the way flush, kind of?
Yeah, it's just a little bit under being flush with where the race is going to go. That's what we'll put in next.
Okay.
And it is right here.
You gotta oil that too to put it in?
No, you don't need to.
No.
Timken, made in India.
This one is?
Yeah.
I think they
what
were.
it said.
Yeah. India. Yeesh. I thought it was Ohio or something.
Yeah.
But, a little oil anyways.
Yep. Won't hurt a thing.
Something bigger to tap that in?
Yeah, I'll use the
brass.
Once I get it started.
Sliding real nice. Oh yeah.
Can you see it going?
Yep. Oh, yep.
Good.
Real nice. Something solid now.
Yeah, it does. Cool.
Alright. Put another seal on.
Yep. And dielectric is there.
More dielectric grease on it.
Oh yeah.
We'll coat that on the O-ring.
Right.
So I got these sets from Clark's, and they did have two different sets. One without the torque converter seal.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yep, and
One with.
one with. And Gary says always order an extra torque converter seal
Just in case.
just in case they're a pain. Sometimes
Yep.
you might wreck it.
Right.
Luckily, we thought we ordered the wrong ones, and when I got them, it had it. So.
Okay.
So you-
a little bit of dielectric in here.
You covering the threads or?
No, well, yeah, on the threads and on this piece here. Where the seal, the rubber seal is, because the rubber seal goes in first and then the threads.
Okay.
Makes them a pain in the ass to put in new.
What? Oh, because of the seals?
Yeah.
Kind of, it was
Right.
thick and grabbing. Huh?
Yep.
not all flat and rounded like when we got it out.
Right. That dielectric grease really, really helps.
Alright, he's got his oil gun. He's putting a little oil on.
A little here and there.
Here and there.
And then we'll stick her in. Oh. We'll stick her in. What I'm doing here is just double checking that everything is good. Feels really good.
Now, how do we know if we need that shim in there?
We'll know when we set up the rear end.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do that.
All right. Now that we dimpled that before, that doesn't matter now because it's all
different.
It's all different.
Right.
That's if we were just going to take it apart and
clean it, put
it back together.
Right. Right.
All right, so we screwed her in. This is where we had it before. That punch mark
was back here.
Was backed up, lined up with the hole.
Right, like, in other words, back in here somewhere.
Yep.
That's where it was originally. So now with the new bearings, it's here. And if this hole was over here, then I would say we need to put a shim between the bearing and the pinion on that to bring this back this way just a little bit. Okay. To get this back to this area.
Okay.
So insofar as what I'm looking at, we're looking damn good. I am very happy with that. So now,
we pull it apart. Put the next piece in.
Right.
All right. Now, from what I learned, taking it out, you got to put this in. It goes on this side and rolls in. That's the way I got it out. For me.
Yep. You mean like that?
Just like that.
Yeah.
And when I took it out, what made it easy is I took this and turned it on, put a block of wood.
So where it turned out towards
and this
you.
Was just on a 45, and I wasn't lifting all the weight
of that,
of the ring gear and all that, and it just rolled out.
Yep. I'm just putting this in there for now.
Yeah, so we don't have the O-rings on.
Right.
Okay. I'm just kind of mocking things up and seeing if it's how she's going. Okay.
It's kind of the way I do it.
Check, double check, triple check.
Right.
I don't like measure twice, cut once.
Or just in case, the third time.
Just in case, yeah.
Okay, we got that pretty much tight. Now, again, we're putting this together dry, so we get everything set up in it.
me to come hold something on that side?
Okay, that's holding that side. And
Alright, so we put some white lithium grease, or white dielectric grease.
Yep.
On the O-ring.
And now we need a, is that laying up there? Cool.
Hey. He's using the piece I made for him.
Yep.
Let's see. Is there a wiggle anything in there? See if it's.
Seeing if the bearings and stuff are straight in it. All right, flip her over. All right, pull her up so we're straight.
On here?
Yeah. There you go.
Here. Yeah, these things, those were leaking pretty good on this one.
Huh?
Those.
Squeeze on that some more.
You want some more than that? Enough for you?
Got it.
These were leaking pretty good on this one.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I seen the old. You showed me the old O-rings were just pancakes.
Yep.
Think they're original?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's good for another 50 years, 6 years?
Yep. Unless it's in a fire. Gotta have that in first, huh?
You don't want no grease on there? Or you got some on
Yeah, I got it on.
there? Got it on there?
Yep.
Okay. How tight, you know, how do you know how tight to go with them? Adjust them a little later?
It's feeling, yeah. We'll adjust them when we get the ring and pinion set.
Okay.
Okay. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good.
You usually have that little click on there?
Yep. Yeah, I can adjust that where it has no click, but you want a click in it because you want the oil
To get between
to go get in between it. We got 1, 2, 2.5. We probably should have 3 in there.
So you're just checking to see how much movement
Right.
is in it?
Yep. We should have 3. So, loosen this.
How do you know which side to loosen?
Well, I got to bring it back this way. right?
Oh, because you want to have it a little more, so it's going to pull it away from,
Right,
pulling the ring gear away from the pinion.
right.
Okay.
Do that.
And tighten the other side a little bit.
Tighten this. And see where we're at. Come on, hit the hole here. Okay, I got 1190 to come in with this. I got to come off on this side.
All right.
I think we're going to leave this at 7. Why? Because it's an older set of gears. Ain't no telling how many miles are on it. They look good, but I'd rather have just a little bit more oil cushion than not enough with these older gears.
Normally you do about 5, you said, on them?
5, 3.5 to 5. 3.5 to 5 on them. So that's in a new set, but these aren't new. Okay.
All right, so we just set it on there, end of his tooth, and
Right.
that's how we...
Rock it back and forth without bumping the... All we're finding on this here is the amount of
play.
space between each gear. That's all we're doing.
So let it oil. Leave it oil.
Right.
Okay.
And I like that.
All right. We spun this in.
Okay.
She spun in real nice. We got the O-ring on there. Put the electric grease on there. Got it on there. Gotta do that.
Okay, that's lined up with that.
So now that you already adjusted the
Right.
gap, but now you had to move it a little bit to
Line the hole up.
line the hole up.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So
Put the seals in.
be very careful.
Them could have been leaking too, then the old ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Seals, the O-rings. Everything's so wet, it's hard to tell what's all leaking, you know.
Yeah. All right, flop her over.
Just flat, just flush, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, what I want you to do is put your finger on this and feel as I'm pounding on this that this is actually loose.
This?
Yeah, that this whole piece is loose in the rear end.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to hit your finger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel it's like...
It's not much, but there's something there.
You can kind of feel that it's got a very slight...
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a solid... You're not hitting something 100% solid.
Right. And when you hear that noise...
That's solid, you know it's down.
Right, it's different than that.
Yeah.
And this is... You can't You can't turn this, but if you look at it, it's moving just not even a half of a thousandths. Okay. All right, we got that in. We got them two pieces in. Okay.
All right. Put a seal on.
We're going to put the last seal in. And
just put oil on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get it oily.
Should you almost have like a round something on her to tap her down? Or no?
No, not really. I'm just going to have to work at it.
All right, Gary, got this all back in here. Seals in.
We had to take the seal and move it out of the hole that it was in because it was up against the
Race.
the bearing race on the inside. Where before we couldn't hardly turn it, we had to damn near use two hands. This here is like it's supposed to be. Nice and smooth.
Just got tapped in just a little too far.
Right.
So keep her up and then I guess check.
Yeah, check it.
Check her, check. Okay.
And how did we take that? We took it off, turned it upside down, and put a socket on the inside where it was on the
seal.
It was on the seal part of it.
The metal.
On the metal part on the inside to knock it down out of this to give it a little bit of area. Then we looked at the inside, and this lip was below the bearing.
The bearing race.
The bearing race.
Yeah, it was just below it a little bit.
Right. All it takes is a little bit. Precision.
All right. Next, just the cover.
Just the cover.
We're not going to put the speedometer gear part in there because I have to replace the speedometer. Right.
We'll put the lid on there and not tighten the bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the gear on there is for different. It's not for 355.
Right.
And that's coming from Clark's.
Right.
Gary's asking me if I want the gasket glued onto the rear end or the lid. What's usually easier? I mean, you pull it off the lid, cleaning off the lid. It's probably easier to scrape it off of this later, right?
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's up inside the car.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So put it on the lid?
Yeah.
You tell me.
I'd put it on the lid.
So you have to glue it? Or?
Well, I do so that if you take this off in the car,
it's not going to.
While it's right, it's
one piece ain't going to stick here, and one's going to stick here, and it's going to rip in half.
Right.
All right.
Hopefully
you don't have to pull that off ever.
Right.
Hopefully it's good for
100,000,000 miles.
Hopefully it's good for the rest of my lifetime and somebody else's.
Right.
No, that's it. Yellow something or another.
Yep.
It's
window rubber. It's a good gasket holder.
Mustard.
Right.
But it's just kind of holding on there. That ain't to seal it anyways.
Right.
The cork will do that. Use the same stuff for valve covers?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Just something to hold them on.
Attention to detail.
Right. I like detail.
It doesn't take that much longer to do it, and it looks like you care.
That's right. Okay, we got the governor drive. It goes on here,
Either way.
either way. And two shims.
Yeah, if
The
I
two
remember,
shims
one
were
was like 10,000 or 30,000, and one was 10.
10. And I don't know if you can buy these from Clark's. You can probably get them from a transmission shop, or somebody's got Corvair parts might come up with these. But anyway, what you want to do is, in reality, set your transmission on the back, on the pump side, so all of your parts are sticking up in the air. It's a pain in the ass, I know. Put both of these on, and then put the rear end down onto your transmission.
Gasket.
Right, with your gasket on there. With your gasket glued on this here, so it doesn't fall off. Start with what you have originally, which this one here is 40,000, right?
Yep, there was a 30 and a 10.
Yeah.
Mic'd it out.
So put these on, set your rear end, get some help, set your rear end down onto it, set it down. If you have a gap between the rear end housing and the transmission,
Take your 10 out.
take the 10 out. Try it again. In other words, you have to lift it up, take it off, put it, and then back down. Try with the 30. If it still has gap, take the 30 out, put the 10 on, try it again. So you have it down on your transmission to the rear end with the gasket, and you can tell that it's holding it. So when you put your bolt in there, you're not pushing this stuff into the rear end, or this stuff pushing your transmission parts inside of your transmission.
Okay.
I think I said enough there, didn't I?
Sure.
Okay, good.